Who are you? What's your name? Are you Ice? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're Ice?
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. So glad you could be here today. We have a great show planned, but first we need to thank today's sponsor. It is at crazyoldman-com. Thank you very much, Crazy Old Man, for sponsoring today's episode and your ongoing support of the channel. I do appreciate it, and I hope you're having an absolutely great day. But look, we've got a lot of show to get to. We have a deep liberal pool of madness to swim through today, and you will not believe who Sisson is calling out for not being a man. And we also have a fascist that, well, they're having a little bit of a issue defining what they actually believe in while they're protesting. It's kind of silly. So stay tuned and let's get on with the rest of the show. All right, my friends, we are starting off with a couple of memes, and this first one shows just how much in disarray the Democratic Party is. They are leaderless, and they just can't really nail down their messaging to the American people. Let's see what they were screaming about in October. This is Trump's shutdown. He's keeping the government closed. Okay, well, let's compare and contrast that to what they're screaming about in November. I can't believe the Democrats caved and reopened the government. Okay, well, so which is it? Is it Trump that is responsible for the shutdown, or is it ultimately the Democrats that were responsible for the shutdown? I'm pretty sure we all know the answer to that one. And with all this snap drama that we see on social media about how people are going to starve and we can't feed our kids, well, let's all remember one thing. The Amish don't need food stamps, and they have a ton of children. With the birthday of the Marines and yesterday being Veterans Day, I saw this clip and I thought, you know, this is just super appropriate. And it's so sweet. It might actually give somebody out there diabetes. But you know what? It's worth it. Check it out.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of the Bobby, we will fight our sea battles and dare one and see. First to fight for rights and right, and to keep our honor green. We will bow to claim the title of United Marines.
Well, after that super sweet tribute to the Marines, we have arrived, my friends. That's right, we are at the liberal pool of madness, and it is deep. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone. When I'm looking for content, I always come across these snapshots of articles. And you know what? I think I'm going to start sharing these more often because some of them are just totally outrageous and almost unbelievable. But let's take a look at the one I found I'm going to share with you today. And we might make it a segment. I'm not sure. We'll see. So this one is from the New York Post. Trans woman left sobbing in JFK airport after TSA agent. Well, what could a TSA agent possibly have done to leave a woman sobbing? Let's get the rest of the story. After the TSA agent hit her testicles. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that explains it. If someone hit my testicles, I would definitely be sobbing, and probably a little bit more than that. For sure, because that is never a good experience.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
I can't believe we're still talking about men dressing up like women. Wait a minute, what is that? Oh, okay. Huh? I can't hear you. What? Wait a minute. Where's that switch at? Okay. All right. It's official. Okay. I'll let everybody know. Thank you. All right, my friends, that was my producer, and we have an official Crockett alert. It appears that a left-wing radio host is literally kissing her feet. Let's see what that's all about.
Can you confirm that I just kissed your sneakers?
This is true.
And of course, her insanity would not be complete if she did not defend Jay Jones, the newly elected AG, the one, that wanted and fantasized about shooting his political opponent, and not just him, his wife and kids. Yeah, apparently Jasmine's totally for that. Check it out.
I was very excited to see that he was able to pull off the win. It seems like people did not get caught up in the distraction.
And here is perhaps the most discombobbled segment you will ever see on The Five. Jesse Waters is commenting on the radio show host kissing the feet of Jasmine Crockett, and he goes completely off the rails. It's quite hysterical. Everybody breaks character, and at the end, they basically have to just cut him off and bring it back to the normal format of the show. It's pretty funny. Check it out.
Jesse, Stephanie Miller, is a radio host. She's been around a long time. And she said in 2024 at the DNC, she was so excited to meet Jasmine Crockett. She said, I've warned Representative Crockett that I'm going to start crying. So we hear a lot about these studies, people who identify as mentally ill. And oddly enough, liberal women are the ones who self-report the most mental illness in this country. Is this evidence of that?
You want me to say yes, don't you, Kennedy? I will. I want to talk about feet.
Yes.
I was on Fire Island once. And
just once?
I was in high school, and I was there with a friend of the family. Adam Dallas is a buddy, good kid.
Yeah,
and he was in middle school, and I was in high school, and we were at this playground just playing around. And these kids, who we weren't really friends with, we didn't know them, for some reason, they threw a rock at Adam's head, and it hit him in the head. And he was mad, and he was sad. And so I was bigger than these kids, so I went up to these kids, and I made these kids bow down and kiss Adam Dallas's feet. And we still talk about it today. I was so proud of that. He was proud that I did that for him. And it's just one of those things that sometimes needs to be done. I've been reading a lot about Jesus, better than anyone, Harold, because we text about it. Killing Jesus.
You've been thinking about that?
No, the book. It's a bestseller.
A lot of new information.
There's this part towards the end where
Don't spoil it for me, Jesse.
Jesus is washing the feet of his disciples.
Yes.
And it symbolizes servanthood and humility. And I thought to myself, washing someone's feet is, that's like the most loving thing you could do, especially to a stranger. So we've been having this debate on the 8 o'clock show about should men get pedicures? And should real men get pedicures? And I've gotten one or two.
Can somebody diagram this sentence for me?
And so my father has never had a pedicure his whole life, and he's in his 70s. He's like old as Chuck Schumer. And the other day, I get on my phone, I look at my phone, and it's my dad's foot at a spa. And this poor woman is giving my father a pedicure. Now, imagine you've never had a pedicure, and you're in your 70s with the calluses and the toes, and I felt so sorry for this poor woman. And then I'm thinking to myself, that's what Jesus did. Jesus washed strangers' feet.
Preparing them.
This is the greatest segment we've ever had.
Yeah, that's almost Shakespearean. You had. Go on.
Let it keep going.
Go on.
When I was abroad, I'm not going to say when because of security. I was on a beach and I stubbed my toe so badly on this beach chair. A part of my toe fell off. It was bloody and it was gushing, but I band-aided it up for quite some time. What do you know? My toe regenerated.
Yes.
Your toe grows back. Who knew that?
I don't know.
My abs.
Somebody has to set this to
Let's
music.
start this segment in 5. Welcome back to the 5.
A lot of people come on here and are like, I'll never understand how so many Americans witnessed January 6th and then still continued to vote this man back into office and still continue to support him. All that aside, agreed. Don't get me wrong, agreed. But all that aside, all of what's currently happening aside, for me, I cannot understand how so many of you witnessed that man mock a disabled person and thought, yep, this man should lead our country. By the way, that was in 2015. It was before he was the president the first time. Shame on you.
I can't believe you don't know what happened there with President Trump. He was not mocking a disabled person, okay, a disabled reporter. What he was doing was emphasizing the fact that this dude got caught in a lie, and he was just merely representing what somebody would do. Oh my gosh, I just got caught and I'm flailing around and I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm in big trouble. That's what he was doing. But let's see what some other people have to say about this. Amanda says, this has been debunked. It's 2025. Grow up. Akas87 says, the fact you still don't know the truth in this many years later shows your ignorance. It's all about what the media wants you to believe, in contrast to what reality is.
I will never understand how anyone can still support a president that is refusing to pay low-income Americans their SNAP benefits, especially right before the holidays. He actually went so far as to have the Supreme Court stop the payments after 2 judges ordered him to pay SNAP benefits. Why do they want to starve children? Supporting somebody like that, you clearly have no morals. And if you still support him after everything he's done, you are point blank a bad person.
What? What is going on? Historians will definitely be able to look past for the next decades for sure, trying to study the white liberal female mind. And they're not going to get very far. This place sucks. I hate it here. Thanks for the liberal tears.
And white people swear, I think they're born with racism. I don't know. I don't want to give them that much credit. Because you mean to tell me some white people, they be having Alzheimer's and dementia, they can't wipe their ass. They don't know their husband name, their daughter name, their son name, but they'll still make sure to call me a nigga.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Be yelling out, blurting out every slur in the book. But you remember that. Really? Damn shame.
Up next is a sign that I have not seen here in Utah, and I'm curious to know if you've seen it in your neck of the woods. Let's check it out. Do not walk your dog here. Muslims do not like dogs. This is an Islamic area now. Well, I mean, you see a sign like that, and I think your first reaction has to be Crusades 2.0, baby. But in all honesty, I think we do need something like that because this Islamic cancer is definitely spreading in America. And a Crusades type of thing would not be a bad idea, obviously without all the bloodshed and violence, but something needs to be done. They want dog-free zones for Muslims. I prefer to have Muslim-free zones for dogs. That makes sense. Ja05 says, I established my own Muslim-free zone. Okay, let's check that out. Wow. That dog is a beefcake and would definitely deter anybody getting near Ja05, let alone Muslims. Well, I think the easiest solution, and to keep it really simple, would be to have an Islamic free zone everywhere outside this circle. I mean, that would totally make sense. And with the shutdown coming to an end, potentially, if everything still goes good, It is amazing how fast the Democrats turn on one of their own. They want Chuck Schumer gone, and the knives are out.
My guess is that he won't be leader of the party in 2027 after this election, unless something really surprising happens.
Respect his service, but time to move on.
It's time for you to gracefully make way for a new generation.
The leadership of the Democratic Party in many respects is way out of touch with where Democrats in general are.
And poor schmucky Schumer's numbers are absolutely tanking inside the Democratic Party. And quite frankly, it could not have happened to a nicer guy.
The word of the day is terrible, 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 terrible. To quote another Charles Barkley when it comes to Chuck Schumer, look at this. Least popular Dem Senate leader ever. He's underwater with Democrats. His own party, he's underwater. He's at -4 points. That makes him the least popular guy for a Dem Senate leader going all the way back since the mid-1980s.
Speaking of New York, let's take a sneak peek and check out some of their delicious street cuisine options.
I just want you guys to know that here in Brooklyn, people grill on shopping carts. And the food's always fire. No pun intended.
And with the recent wins on the left, some people are trying to desperately suggest that woke is not dead. But of course, we know it is.
Prop 50 passed, Mamdani won. Wokeism is back, and Mother is here to give you her mind virus. Yes.
And with all things New York, we're going to be taking a look at what the big problem is going to be now that Mamdani has been voted in as mayor. It doesn't matter what his policies are. It only matters that he's Muslim.
What did you vote for? Mamdani. Yeah. Tell me why.
He's my friend. He's a Muslim. He's a new mayor for New York. I'm happy.
And here are a couple of Gen Z doofs that think socialism is the answer.
What do you think the solution is to the high crime rates in Burlington? What would be a solution to stop this?
Socialism. Yeah, it's socialism. It's, crime. Police are a reaction to what happens. Like, if more planes are crashing, you're not going to give people more parachutes. Like, the solution is to stop the planes from crashing, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing people's lives crash because their needs aren't being met. They don't have access to food and housing. They don't have access to mental health care. They don't have access to jobs that pay them a living wage here. Like, Burlington, Vermont in particular, like, the cost of living here is so astronomically high and the wages are so low. More and more people are just falling like below that waterline and just suffering immensely, and they end up out in the streets, and it's devastating. Police are never going to be the solution to that. It's going to be meeting the people's needs and providing them with a better opportunity.
Why are you out here protesting?
My name's Michelle, and I'm out here protesting because I'm against fascism.
Okay.
Okay.
What is fascism?
Fascism is words hard.
Words hard? Oh, okay.
Fascism is the authoritarian, why are words so hard right now? Sorry.
What, are you retarded?
Fascism is an authoritarianism that is about focusing on one demographic, right? So it's
okay. Not really, but
I'm out of breath now.
Okay. Take your time.
Taking over and excluding the people, excluding smaller demographics, and it's squashing opposition, right? So it's a regime that takes over for themselves and not for the actual people. This is supposed to be a democracy that is for the people, but this is just for them, and that's what fascism is.
Breaking news, The Dave Show has acquired some exclusive footage of Bernie Sanders and Mamdani talking shortly after he's been elected. Let's take a peek.
Zoran Mamdani, congratulations on being the first radical Islamist communist mayor of New York City.
Thanks, Bernie. By any chance, could you spare some change? I promised a bunch of free stuff and I have no idea how to pay for it.
I don't, but you should stop begging for money like you're some kind of homeless panhandler. Anyway, I'd like to know your plan to make NYC a better place to live.
Right, let me show you. As you know, 9/11 was Islamophobic. The day after radical Islamist terrorists crashed a plane into the Twin Towers, Americans for no reason felt uncomfortable sitting next to men wearing turbans. So, I wanted want to make it illegal to remember 9/11.
I have to be honest, Sauron, that's a bad idea. Besides, I don't even think you can make laws.
That's because the system is Islamophobic. I'll call the New York governor right now. Hi, Kathy. Will you help me make it illegal to remember 9/11? No. That would require me to do my job, and I don't like to work. Could you at least spare some change? I made so many promises I can't deliver on. Damn Islamophobists! Alright, my next idea is prison reform. The New York prison system is full of people who don't deserve to be there. Did they commit felonies? Sure. Are a lot of them violent recidivists? You bet. But they're also victims. That's why I want to get rid of the NYPD, so nobody can ever be arrested for being a victim again.
I like the idea, but I don't think you'll get it done without help. And I know just who to ask. Alexandria, would you support Zoran's prison reform?
And could you spare some change? There's so many things I said I could do but can't.
Well, I am the smartest woman in the world, but no, sorry.
Oh, so you're Islamophobic.
And of course, we all know that Mamdani has no power to bring to fruition any of the promises that he made on his campaign trail to get elected as mayor. And here is Kathy Hochul actually spitting some truth on how things are really going to go in the city of New York in the next, well, a few years or so. Check it out.
We know that Mamdani does want to tax the rich more, bring it up about 2%. He can't do that on his own. You've previously said that you wouldn't be raising taxes. Have you reconsidered that stance?
No, I would say one energetic rally does not get me to change my positions, I assure you. But I do hear people's voices. I process what everybody says, but I'm also have to balance governing this state and making sure that those people who are actually the reason we have a generous, supportive budget that helps lift people up, it's their revenues that we tax. 1.5% of New Yorkers cover about a third of our budget. That's enormous. I'm concerned about outmigration of people who are the ones who are supporting our budget. I cannot make up for that with middle-class tax increases. I cannot do that to the middle class and the struggling New Yorkers. So this is the balance. I mean, this is my position.
We finally have what is a clear liberal Karen, and for once, she's actually taking a look inside of herself, and I don't think she likes what she sees.
I said I wouldn't talk about my dating life on here, but I feel like I cannot be the only one who feels alone in this. Just went on a first date, and this is no offense to this man, obviously. Perfectly fine, normal, lovely date. It's getting to the point, though, that that's the problem. Like, there's just nothing happening. And I just feel no sparks and no chemistry with people, and I feel bad because I feel like it's just me. I'm going out with really handsome, accomplished, interesting people, and I feel nothing. I feel like I'm just another girl, like I'm one of a million, and there's just nothing special about me. Probably not presenting that great either, not like that sparkly or interesting or like dynamic at all, because I'm just so depleted. I know my person's out there, but starting to really question if I even have it in me to find them anymore. I listened to Maisie Neely's book today, and through all of the hardships she had, she just kept going and kept dating and kept seeing people, and I admire people so much that have that in them, because I just don't have it in me. I thought I was safe and I thought I was done, and like having to do this again just feels like work every time I go on a date. It feels like so hard.
This next clip ages like vintage wine, with a Karen verbally assaulting a man who she thinks is an ICE agent, and well, we get some instant Karen karma. Check it out.
Garbage? Are you ICE garbage?
Mom, let's go. Mom.
Who are you? What's your name? Are you ICE? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're ICE?
And finally, we have Soy Boy Sisson on a panel of Karens, and he's whining and complaining about how mean Vice President J.D. Vance is to him. And he just comes off as a little whiny wench.
Had it or hit it, J.D. Vance's Halloween costume.
Oh, but it had it. I think it was Tommy Vitor who you were talking to, and he said, I'm so sick of losing to f***ing losers. Mm-hmm. J.D. Vance is such a f***ing loser.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
He is such a loser. He's one of those insecure men I just described earlier. And I think, Jennifer, you described him as like, a failed drag queen. It's what he always wanted.
What did you say?
And then he had to write the book and, pretend to be that. And then now he's vice president. It's what he always wanted. He is such a loser. He's an insecure man.
Ha! Gay!
He doesn't have a job. All he does at the White House is troll. He went after me on Twitter. You cannot be an elected official at that high and going after 23-year-olds on social.
No.
That cannot be the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
And so I hate JD Vance, and so I've certainly had it with his dumbass costume, his dumbass face, and everything he does.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It's time for Dave's Detox.
Look at her. Soup. She's
Full of soup.
soup shaped. Right?
What a cutie. I just want some loving. Poor guy. Oh boy. Oh! Ah! Get it off its head! Oh! Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Can you say hello?
Hello.
Good for.
Wow.
Can you say hi? Hi. Good.
What kind of bird is that? Looked like a crow, but it seemed a little big for a crow. Now that's awesome. That's teamwork right there. I hope he gets something for the dog.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, that scared the out of me. Look at that.
Oh, we got a little puppy on the freeway. No.
Oh, poor buddy, he's so scared.
Well, I'm glad to see people are getting out of their car to try to help. Oh, that'd be horrible if that poor puppy got hit.
Come here, buddy. We got him.
I wonder how long that took. I'm glad he's safe. Oh, that's cute. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and thank you for everybody that subscribed today, and for anybody to hit that thumbs up. And plus, if you decided to share the episode, that's an extra bonus. Now, listen, before you take off, there are going to be a couple of videos that show up. One right about here, the other one right about here in just 1 second. I think you're going to like it. And until the next episode, stay safe and know that you're loved and appreciated, and have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear. Let the thoughts build up until I can't hear.